That pride is not transferable. Parents believe that because I was proud and I felt good having my first car, I got a used car and I painted it gray and then I fixed the engine and then I got it, the thing broke down 6 times. And when I finally got that car running, I was so proud. I took great care of it. I loved it. Now I've got my daughter over there, and she's 16. I don't want her to go through all this part. I just want her to have the pride that I felt at the end. I don't want her to have broken down stuff. I don't want my son to have broken down stuff. And I can afford it. So I'm buying them a new car. And at 16, bam, in comes a new car. I know there's people guilty of that here, because there's guilty people of that everywhere, especially in this town. So here comes the new car. And Dad and Mom look at it and go, wow, I'm just standing next to you and I'm feeling such an incredible amount of pride for you. Pride for you that you must feel for that car. And then all of a sudden, a couple of weeks later, you go to get in the back seat and it smells like snails that have been baking in the back. And you look down there and you see like lacrosse, here we go again. Uniforms and stuff that are in the back that have never been washed, that are crammed in the back, and the place smells like a sewer. And you're going, where's your pride? Where's your pride? For goodness sakes, where's your pride? And so here's what happens. Parents are at this level, and there's this thing called expectation. Kids are here, and there's a gap in between, right? So you're here with your expectations, and your kids are never meeting. And oftentimes, if you're really cruel, the minute they come up like this, you raise the expectation. So you never ever let your kids get to a place where they're driving. They're not driving the expectation wheel. And when you do that, I can tell you what's going to happen is that this gap right in here changes character. Right now, you call it expectation. I'm doing it because I want my kids to succeed. I want them to go to college. I want them to have a good job, on and on and on and on. But what happens is when they don't meet that expectation over a period of time, especially when they get to be adults, that expectation, however big it is, turns into resentment. And I don't care where you are, what you're thinking, your kid at some point is going to say, I never measured up to your expectation. And that expectation turns into resentment. So where's the place to be, I find, is supporting. Your kids, I had a client of mine that's worth $200-300 million that says, my daughter is going to be a hairdresser. That's what she likes, and that's not happening. Not happening. And I said, why? Why would you not want to do that? She loves it. I don't care. It's a hairdresser. She's got to go to college. So he made her go to school. She went 1 year, failed out, dropped out, back home, living at home. You're not going to go do that. You're going to stay at home. You're going to figure out something else. Expectation, expectation, expectation. Finally, daughter said, forget it. I'm out of here. Moved out and left. And where did she go? Beauty college. Interestingly now, she's in Beverly Hills. This is now 8 or 9 years later. She does some of the most incredible hair of some of the great stars and people. She's with a group that's very famous down there. And you can't run with a kid that's got passion. You can train your children all you want, but you can't run with them, meaning you can't match them, and the people around them can't match them if they have a passion for what they're doing. So isn't it really incumbent on us as parents to find what that passion is, to allow them to fail, to allow them to try, to allow them to step down, to cause themselves these convulsions of emotions, and just be there encouraging and allowing them to just try it. I remember my dad saying all the time, you are cream. What does that mean? You will always rise to the top. You've worked hard, you know persistence, you've failed enough that you know how to work, so you will always rise to the top. That's the lesson. That's the thing that we ultimately want to teach our kids. We want to say you can do it. And as parents, because we get trapped in this idea that we're really, helping them because they're our friends and we're going to help them with their careers and all that stuff, we're not divorcing ourselves from them far enough to allow them to just learn what the heck they like. What is it that they like to do? And that's really the issue that we really try to get to as parents, is recognizing we can't transfer our pride to them. And they need to learn to do what they need to do.
Understand the value of giving less